dreaming?
No, but it would be better if you were.
Who is this?
I am the keeper of arcane lore, the one delivering you to the horrific laughter of the Ancient Ones.
Arcane lore. Ancient Ones. What is this place? I'm afraid.
You should be afraid. You have entered the nightmare scapes. Light the candles and prepare for the call of Cthulhu.
We're gonna start like we always start with some character development. So anything that you have checked, you can roll. If you get over that number, then you can up that skill number by 1d10 hit points.
So you have to go over, right?
Yes, you have to get
Which
over.
fucking ones are it again? The two triangle looking ones.
Yep, those are the ones.
I don't have anything checked.
I only have one thing checked.
We did just start, so.
I
It looks like I had
can't see those.
I trust you guys, so.
30 and 9.
So it was 30 something.
39.
Okay, so I didn't get that. So yeah, I have nothing else checked. So can we just pick one to do a character development on, since we don't have any checked?
No, the other thing that you can do besides what you have checked is, since it has been a long time, it's going to be like 6 months before your last adventure. Mm-hmm. So I'll give you an opportunity for self-help.
Oh, okay.
And the self-help will be like,
Education of some sort.
no, it'll be trying to regain sanity. So you can roll your sanity, and if you get over your sanity, you can get 1d10 points of sanity back.
My number's 11. I rolled 11. Does that count?
Yes.
Okay.
On the money is success.
So I got over my sanity.
House rule if it's not a real rule, because I don't want to look it up.
So 1d10. So I got over my sanity.
Yep. So you roll 1d10.
One, and which one do I have?
The one that's just ones. There should be one that's two numbers and one that's just one number. Yeah.
Okay.
It's been a long time since we
I
played.
did not roll over
9.
my sanity.
So I got 9. So that's 9 extra?
You get plus 9 to your current sanity value. Yeah, even if it's higher than what your sanity was before.
Right. I am plus 1 now.
See, my starting sanity was 65, and now I'm at 70.
Nice. Mine was at 55, but I had dropped
I've
to
gotten
47.
more sane since this started.
Really?
I am more sane
Really?
now. Yeah, I'm a plus 1. You're a
What's
plus 5?
Because of your not losing sanity every time when people lost sanity, and then your character development phases, you've gone up 10 points. Wow.
5.
5.
Oh, 5 points? That's pretty good, man.
Yeah.
So
He's sane.
Besides Otto,
What the
you
fuck's
guys
wrong
are
with
some
him?
sane motherfuckers. There's been a big lull in cases again. It's pretty standard. Arkham goes dry right about fucking springtime, and you guys are looking for lost cats and trying to find dogs, and
We've got the
That's not what I intended to
Some-
say.
the
This
private
is the
detective looking at wives.
yep, doing the making sure the
Rick
infidelity
did on that
thing.
job.
You guys found a car that a guy misplaced, and then found out later he was a drunkard and parked his own car there and forgot about it. And so nothing good has happened. But you, like a good boss, have all of the detectives come in every day that she's not doing private practice. And you guys hang out and wait for someone to come in with their missing photo or missing purse, or someone stole their stool off their back porch sort of crimes. And the phone rings.
And I
Ring, 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 ring.
Hello?
So, yeah, first who answers it? So is
would be
Dick gonna
Dick.
answer it? All right. Dick, you answer the phone. There is a man on the phone.
Hello, man.
Hello, man. Calm down. Calm down. Do.
Strata?
Yeah, Dr. Strata. Sorry.
Oh, shit.
I don't know where it went. Man answers the phone when the phone rings.
I'm-
Shagwell, you answer the phone, and it's man on the other end, he says, "Hello, is this the private detective agency Dixon Incorporated?"
Yes, it is.
Oh, it's very good. My name is Dr. Strata. I represent a observatory in near the big city of Los Angeles in California. Have you heard of this place?
Yes, I have. California? Yes, I've heard of California.
Yes, it's very large. There's many things. We are out in the desert here, but we've had some strange things.
What type of strange things?
Our observatory has been, I don't know the American word for it, crop dusted?
Crop dusted? What do you mean crop dusted?
Yes, sorry, because, okay, there's a thing, crop duster, like an airplane, right? Yeah, so this is, not that. It's a craft with strange lights on it, and it has a metallic hue. It looks like a cigar or a Zeppelin. Do you know Zeppelin?
Not the band.
Yes, it is.
This has occurred at least 3 times to the observatory. We have been crop dusted, yes. We were hoping that you could come down and find out what these strange goings-on are around this area.
Okay, what's the word to you?
You will be paid for your endeavor. We have room and board available, as well as compensation upon arrival, as well as we have a, how do you say, it would be a off-road vehicle for you to drive. We're in the deep of the desert on a mountain. There's no phone at the observatory.
Okay, so what's happening when you're crop dusted? What goes on during that time?
That's good that you ask. So there is strange green and sometimes blue and red lights on this craft. We see it on the horizon, typically to the south of us, and it nears the observatory. It emits strange sounds, not like aircraft, but like woodloo, sort of strange, weird sounds. And also there's like some sort of heat waves or waves that seem to disrupt the light around it, and it affects the equipment in our observatory.
So,
Like radio?
what type of equipment do you have, and how does it affect it?
Oh, so the observatory is to look at stars. We use different frequencies of lights and sound to try and observe the astral bodies. This is all done electronically, and our machinery is all powered by the electrical grid coming from this Los Angeles. And the power fluctuates, sometimes overcharging our devices, destroying their fuse, or disrupting their ability to look at the stars.
Surge.
I see. How soon do you need us down there?
As soon as possible. I have arranged for a plane if you have agreed to the terms.
Yeah. I'll discuss it with my associates, and I'm sure we'll be on our way.
Says, very well. And to speak to compensation, if you complete the job, I will reward you handsomely. But for coming down, I will give each of you $75 American dollars.
Well, oh no, that's not very much.
He says there's a team of...
I got it written down on my notes that, it's going to be 300.
and then 1,500 after we're done.
He says,
That's our going rate.
he says that kind of compensation that could come to you. Yes, we could make arrangements.
Wow,
for
that's
that.
a big difference. Nice job. Way to negotiate that up
The art of the
from
deal.
$75.
Is that his notes? Son of a bitch.
Apparently, Shagwell can tell the future.
He's just really good at business.
He's just a really good
I feel like there's going to be a lot of telling the future in this episode. For it is from the past. He says, very well, no more bullshit. Get on the plane and
Get on the fucking plane.
get your ass to California. And we'll see you here. Have a pleasant journey.
Thank you.
He's all pissed about the deal.
He hangs up the phone. And, are you guys, is there anything you can think of that you need? Your guys' characters are pretty well equipped.
Yeah.
Excuse me. Pretty well equipped from what I
well
understand, so.
We had a lot of time to kick it and figure out what we needed.
And yeah, so unless
Well, I mean,
Restock.
we acquired stuff from the last outing, and we restocked the stuff we already had.
so unless there's anything you specifically don't want to take or specifically think that you need before you get to California, and say you guys are just a go, right?
Yeah,
I think so.
pretty much just packed and closed.
Cool. Probably don't need your rain gear, but I wouldn't erase it.
It
on
rains
the-
a lot in the desert.
Oh, on the
sometimes.
mountain. Yeah, who knows?
Otto wants his motorcycle.
Oh,
He wants to take a motorcycle with him.
That's cool. I'm down with that.
Oh, yeah.
Later
As long as I
that
can ride on the back of it with him.
Harley was made yet, was it?
Harley and Indian were actually both in
Otto has a
circulation.
World War I Indian.
I didn't know.
Unless that's one of the stupid facts I don't know, because I was pretty sure I looked that up actually.
Fun fact for the podcast.
All right, this is going to be a segment of fun facts for the podcast.
And if you don't like it, we can edit it out.
No, our viewers aren't
I
necessarily
have a
the.
I have a view.
Never mind about our viewers. Our viewers are great. We love them, and we need more of them. More of them, just like you. Yeah, that's right. I'm pointing my finger right directly at your nose hole.
He is too. You should see it. It makes you go cross-eyed.
The World War I Indian motorcycle was established in 1901, and Harley Davidson was established in 1903.
Really? Wow.
And they were very similar looking motorcycles.
This has been a fun fact for the podcast.
I love how you can that you and Otto.
Later that evening, you guys show up at the airport. You get on an aircraft. They load the motorcycle onto the tail of the aircraft, and off you go to California. And boom, like magic, you guys take a little nap, and you're in California.
Okay, good. We don't have to ride on the airplane. Is that what you're saying?
Correct. There will be no more airplanes. There will never be an airplane again. You get to California. You are met at the airport by a lady in a very large off-road box truck. It looks like a cross between like a deuce and a half and an old school Jeep, but it's got a flatbed with the the canvas top flatbed trucks. Yeah,
Right,
it's
with the
got
cab
that.
over.
Yeah.
What's
is
she
her
wearing?
Oh, what'd you say?
What's she wearing?
She's wearing a white pantsuit with a lab overcoat and a pair of goggles that look like welding goggles.
So she's wearing all white.
She's wearing all white, yeah.
Is there
What
a
is
name?
she-
Is there a name tag?
Yes, it's Dr. Linda. And when the plane engine slows to a stop and you guys get out, she walks up to approaching the plane,
Dr. Linda.
Linda.
says her name tag, and she gets close to the plane and she says, "Are you the detectives? Investigator Shagwell? Is that?"
That's me.
Howdy doody, Doctor.
She says, and what is your name, fabulous looking sir?
Name's Otto. What's your name?
She says,
Wink.
You say wink out loud?
No,
She
but
says-
I just made it visible for the listeners.
Oh, that's really funny because that seems like something Otto would do, like not taking social
Wink,
cues
wink.
properly.
Well, and that's to say
Yeah.
wink, wink.
Yeah, wink. Anyway, she says, Dr. Linda Watts. She says, I am an assistant at the observatory.
You're a doctor assistant?
Your doctor's ass.
She says,
Assistant?
she says, I'm an assistant at the laboratory. She says, I assure you that I am a doctor.
But what are you a doctor in? Science? I don't know what you would be if you're...
Astrology and astronomy.
There you go.
She says only one is valid at an observatory. You can guess which. She says, load up your things in the truck and we'll be on our way.
I'll follow in my motorcycle. I mean, on my motorcycle. I won't be in it. I'll be riding on it.
She says if you'd like, we can load that up in the back of the truck as well.
I don't know.
You want to ride it up the big dirt hills?
Sounds kind of fun, Flower.
If it's... Yeah, I guess so.
I guess we shouldn't split the party because I'll probably hit a rock or something. All right, I put it in the back of the truck.
I concur.
Throw it in.
All right.
Shagwell agrees.
I agree.
Is there any skill for that?
For throwing the motorcycle in the back of the car?
Yeah, for loading a motorcycle. Throwing. What do you guys got for strength?
Oh.
Flower's fucking strong as shit, right?
Yeah.
So's Otto.
What's your strength?
70.
Jesus. Okay. Yeah, you guys can.
90.
Yeah, easily.
I'm the fucking pussy.
I know. That's why you're good with a gun, dude. You easily get the motorcycle. There's no reason to make a strength check for this. You easily throw it in the back, and
Flower just picks it up.
there's a bench seat up front, so there's enough room for 3 people in the front. So the driver and 2 of you, and 1 in the back or 2 in the back, however you
Dr.
guys would have
Flower
it.
wants to be up in the front.
Otto wants to sit next to Dr. Linda.
As you
I'm
get
hanging out in the back.
as you get everything loaded up and ready to make your seating arrangements, the doctor says, "Oh, we could stop by the diner if you haven't eaten."
Sounds good.
That sounds good to me, too.
She says, "It's a great place. It's actually an inn as well." She says, "It's in the little town of Sandtrap." She says,
Is that where our accommodations are?
She says, we have 2 possible accommodations for you. You can stay at the inn, the Black Hole, or you can stay up at the observatory. The doctor, or Dr. Adam, would prefer to meet you, at least for tonight. So we were hoping you'd stay at the observatory.
What is the name of the town again?
Sandtrap.
Well, I feel like it's the best option to stay at the observatory so we can get a glimpse of what's happening.
She
I
says,
concur.
I agree wholly. She says, this is going to be a fun little union. We very rarely have visitors up at the observatory. You'll have a great time.
Sure we will.
Sandtrap, yes.
Sandtrap, okay.
Does the observatory have a name?
Sandtrap Observatory?
She says, we have not named the observatory. Not that I know of.
You should call it the Woody Doody. You know, like the sounds that this ship is making. Woody Doo.
She says, I believe Dr. Adam Strata, who created the observatory, would likely have named it after himself. Maybe it's the Strata Array? The Strata Array Observatory? Or
We like Strata Woodoo Dee Doo.
Woo-doop,
That's what we're calling it.
Woo-doop dee doot it is. You guys jump in this truck. You sit next to the doctor, making her slightly uncomfortable, and you guys go to the diner.
Otto slides closer.
I was just gonna say, is Otto in the middle?
You.
He's like, bitch out my way. I'm getting in the middle.
What's Otto's deal? Otto's not like this.
Otto found a girl.
You guys get to the diner, and everybody offloads. The doctor's pretty quick to get out of the driver's seat. And
She get a little creeped out. Otto, you might want to take it down a notch.
as she gets out, Shagwell, you realize that you're stopped and hop out of the back. You're at a classic 1920s diner. Super cool metal latting outside, and like the metal benches and wooden slatted seats. Really cool, like freaking what are they called? Cafe booths on the inside, hanging lantern or hanging lights, and counter that goes along the whole of the building. Lots of windows so you can see inside. There's 5 people in the diner, it looks like, including the staff. There's a woman running around taking orders, and a man who you can see behind the counter cooking, and 3 customers sitting at a table. And you guys walk into this diner.
What's the diner called?
The Black Hole.
I thought that was the inn.
It's a diner and an inn.
And an inn.
Yeah, so behind the diner is another building. It looks like an apartment building, but you recognize it easily as like a motel.
Cool.
Excuse me. You walk into the diner, the door opens, the bell rings, ba-ding ding, and you get inside. And immediately you hear the people in the booths talking, and a weird sound that almost sounds like something chirping from under the booth. Yeah, like some like a hooting sort of like sort of sound.
Flamingo under there?
There's a fucking flamingo under there.
Is there a robot in there?
Yes. Woo-doot, woo-doot, doot. No, it's not. It's not a woo-doot, doot.
Okay.
Not a woody dude.
Does it sound like a critter?
It sounds like a critter. It actually sounds kind of familiar to you, or you hear like a pitter pattering of feet, and it
Can I
sounds
roll my
familiar.
natural world to figure it out?
Yes, you can.
What kind of diner are we in that we can hear pitter patter of feet and sounds coming from under the table? Not sure if this is quite the dining establishment
I did it.
I thought.
You recognize the sound because it's similar to something that you've seen before. Not exactly the same, but similar. It is an orangutan.
There's an orangutan under the table?
Yes.
Interesting. What kind of dining establishment are we in?
There's two men sitting on one side of the booth, a woman sitting on the other side of the booth, and one of the men I can't talk, sorry. One of the men says, "No, Kimberly, you gotta understand, it's like freaking flying saucers from outer space. They're like from another world, man."
You sound like kind of a moron.
I was just gonna ask.
Who talks like that?
Maybe he's a blast from the future.
He's from California, man.
The
They were
other
talking like that in the 20s.
the other guy says,
Surfer dudes.
"Hey, that's not very nice. You should leave my friend alone. He's kind of, playing to his own drum or whatever."
I'll stand up. Was I sitting?
No.
You're
gonna
okay.
stand-
So I'm
stand tall.
gonna peacock
Okay.
and
Flex.
are you trying to tell Otto what to do? Trying to tell Otto what he should do? You want to try that again, boy?
The kid says, no offense, sir. We're all trying to do the right thing here. We're just having a meal and talking amongst ourselves.
Well, now you sound like you know what you're talking about. You don't sound like no moron.
The woman at the table goes, guys, maybe we should just go. I don't know about the
Well,
color
hold
in
on a
this
minute,
town.
sweetheart. Hold on a minute there, sweetheart. You guys were talking about a wee doot woo doot thing. What'd you see?
Well, we haven't seen anything yet, sir. But we came here. We're from Los Angeles. We came out here. We're a team. We're called the Crime Solving Investigation Team.
Is a monkey with you?
Where's your dog, Scooby-Doo?
It's my monkey. Yeah. He's a psychic.
Okay. So the other people in the diner have a psychic orangutan under their table.
The guy pipes up and says, "Yeah, man, this monkey sees the future and the past and stuff.
What are you smoking?
We're not smoking anything. We're eating sandwiches."
Why do you sound like that?
I don't know. It's my voice.
You should go to school.
They're a crime fighting.
We are in school, but it's spring vacation, so we're doing.
Okay, nobody cares about that. What's the monkey know?
What's the monkey got to
Well, I don't know what the monkey knows. You gotta ask the monkey what it knows.
Does the monkey know how to
ask the
talk?
monkey.
What did you say?
I said, yeah, I don't ask the monkey.
All right, monkey. What do you know?
The girl says, "Well, he doesn't talk, but if you hold his hand, you might get visions." And
Now I gotta
stuff.
hold the monkey's hand.
What the hell? That sounds
My, you could. It's possible.
You had to ask the monkey.
You could get.
Do I gotta tongue kiss him too, or what?
She says, "Sir, please don't tongue kiss my monkey. He might bite you."
Otto bites back.
And I'll shoot that shit if he bites my workers.
She says, I told you, Keith, this is stupid. We need to get out of here.
Can
These
I just
people
touch
are
the
crazy."
monkey?
She says, "Sir,
I touch the monkey.
please don't touch my monkey." You touch the monkey grabs a hold of your arm. And... Shut up, you guys. Roll your power.
I was not successful.
Burn it down.
Shit.
You're fairly certain that this whole group of kids is just full of shit. That's what you get from this whole encounter.
That's what I get from the monkey.
Yeah.
They're full of shit.
All right, all right.
The doctor says, ladies and gentlemen, we're here for food, not to start fights
Fights
and
with the
threaten
monkey.
the locals, if you don't mind."
I'm just trying to get information, doctor, that's all. And by the way, you crime-solving investigators, original name, by the way, you don't know shit, that's what Monkey said. And then I'm gonna walk away.
You're never gonna walk away. Okay,
Monkey
so
said you don't know shit.
They immediately stand up and walk outside. They leave
Yeah, but guess what?
They leave a healthy sum of money on the table and exit. As they're walking out, one of the men, the original one to speak, goes, "Man, those guys were really high strung. They need to relax." and then the door shuts. Bing, bing. And you guys sit down to have some food. The woman walks up, and she says, "Hi, my name's Nalia. I handle the food and renting of rooms around here. You look like some fine people."
Well, thank you. You look mighty fine yourself.
She says, "My husband's the
Great,
cook."
dude, are there any good-looking dudes in this story? Because evidently Otto and Dr. Shagwell are fucking trying to go off on their own in this town. Good, Dr. Flower could use some. You know, Jesus.
Why is everybody getting game frisky tonight? It's really weird. Also, she says, "My husband's the cook," and then
Oh, or is her husband's the
flips
book? Yeah,
open her
you're
notepad.
That's a good answer. That's what I expected.
You just got shut down.
But you know that he's busy, so
That would be a response from Dr. Shagwell. From Detective
What's that got to do with me?
She takes her pen and taps it on the menu on the table, and she says, only what's on the menu is on the menu."
Oh, it's on the menu.
Well, good.
What's
That's
your
all I was
husband
gonna
look
order
like?
anyway.
what time is it?
It's afternoon.
It's afternoon.
Yeah, it's late, so
So we can have drinks.
yeah, that'd be appropriate.
'Cause
I mean,
figured
aren't-
by this point we've all got to be pretty good alcoholics.
I was gonna say,
Being
isn't your
detectives and
character
shit.
an alcoholic? Isn't he drunk already by the
we're
time he got
probably
here?
liquored up already.
He's just like, "I want something in my coffee."
yeah.
All right,
I'll have an Irish coffee and a piece of pie.
excellent.
I'll have a glass of wine.
Red or white?
White, please.
Very well. She says, California is known for their wine.
Well, that's
She says-
good because I can drink plenty of it.
She says it's very up and coming. She says, you like me to bring the bottle then?
Absolutely.
Sounds
Excellent.
And a bottle of whiskey.
Whiskey.
She
Not
says,
just a cup, not just a glass, but
very well.
Leave the bottle.
You're a table of people who know what they want. Would you like anything to eat with your wine? Perhaps some cheese or maybe a charcuterie board.
I would like steak.
She says the steak is very good here. All
that
local
too.
grown grass-fed cows.
I'll take a steak too.
It's the only way I won't eat my cows.
Yes, steaks all around. And
the only way I
the
maintain
tall,
my strength.
scary, handsome man with the piece of pie. Tall, scary, handsome man, would you also like a steak, or will the pie suffice?
The pie will suffice, thank you.
Very
I
well.
was trying to watch his figure.
I'm good.
Couple minutes goes by. She leaves the table. She comes back. She brings the food. She says, "What about those kids, huh?" She says, "Kind of a funny group. They think they're investigators coming out here looking for." She looks around a little bit to make sure there's no one else in the diner, and she says, "You won't believe this. They're looking for aliens, like on the pictures." She says, the dimes, the magazines. She says, they're looking for strange and outdoor spacey creatures.
So are you saying you haven't seen the craft or the lights?
She says, I take no stock into anything like that. She says, there's a couple people in town who got all worked up about it, and some of them have been talking about strange things, but I don't buy any of it. If you start to buy into lunacy, you're liable to become one of the loons.
I concur.
We're all pretty sane here.
I'm smaller than I was.
Me too. And I lost my shit.
You did.
So for me to gain it back is pretty impressive.
You guys are all eating your meal, and so am I. And the doctor has a sandwich. She doesn't sit at the same booth as you. She sits across at the counter.
I'm curious to
Why?
know why. Or what do I got to roll for that?
Psychology, maybe?
Oh, yeah,
That's
there
what I
you
was
go.
gonna say.
Okay.
I have a check mark on myself.
My tens, right? Or what?
You're,
Yes, the tens.
Over or under?
Under.
I did it.
Excellent. Check your box, buddy.
Under which one? Just the main one.
Psychology, right?
You
What number did you get?
33.
you easily realize that
30. Nice.
you easily realize that her standoffish nature is due to the fact that Otto was pressing her up against the driver's door in her truck, and then you guys had a very unsavory encounter with some young kids, and she's feeling standoffish
she's
because
kinda a little crazy
she
too.
doesn't like you guys as much as you think she should. She thinks you guys are fucking batshit crazy.
She's super excited to
Bunch
have
of
us up
crazy
at the
cowboys.
observatory then.
Well, she was until all of this happened. Yeah, now she's not so sure.
Oh, Otto have
Where's
to
the,
lay.
where's the gentleman that I spoke with on the phone?
He's at the observatory.
Okay.
Noticing that the doctor is uncomfortable and nervous, is there anything that you want to do?
Besides,
see.
make her more uncomfortable.
Well, no.
Otto will take care of that
I know.
eventually.
I was gonna kind of egg Otto
see,
on a little bit. See if he'd go up and see.
Otto was just starting to feel guilty.
Let's see.
Go up to the bar and check on her. Make sure she's okay. Sit down
Let's
next.
see. I could roll for charm to try to get her to lighten
Yeah?
up and or at least get her on our side again.
That wouldn't be a bad thing for Otto to try and do too, maybe, if you have charm.
I mean, I have base charm.
That sounds right for Otto's character.
Kind of high. Mine's audible for it.
So you're going to walk up and try and be like, hey, man, we're not that bad. We just had a...
Maybe I should go talk to her. 'Cause then I'm a little less.
We're not
He's pretty intimidating.
we're not shitty people. We just...
I failed.
Just because I'm strong doesn't mean that I'm not a woman.
I didn't say you weren't a woman. I said you were intimidating. I had to get under it.
Yeah.
Damn it. I beat it by 6 points.
You could spend 6 luck. I don't know if you should want to do that. You
I
could
don't.
push the roll.
What's that mean?
You could, you can roll the dice again on a pushed roll, but then the consequences are higher stakes.
Okay. So you're like losing something.
So basically, like, if you failed again, then it's quite possible that she might freak out and be like, fuck these guys, I'm out of
You're
here.
fired.
And just leave
Yeah.
us. Okay. Gotcha. Don't push your luck.
Yeah, pushing the roll makes the stakes higher, basically.
That makes sense.
And it could be
In
anything.
this instance, I don't think it's worth
I
it.
don't think it's, yeah.
So yeah, 6 luck to bring it
She's
down to a
made that
success,
watching
or
Shagwell
push the
that
roll
really
to make it a
close.
success. In dire consequences, both those options are really valid, and it helps. But,
So we
Best
both
to my knowledge, she's not signing my paycheck, so I don't give a shit.
right,
What a
she's just a
problem.
little
Although she
uncomfortable.
is responsible for getting us to the paycheck, which
Well,
is
yeah, we could
without
figure it
her
out.
leaving.
We'll
So do you
figure it
have
out.
any idea what you're saying that fails? Because that might actually benefit or hurt you too.
What's
Like,
that?
what
Okay, say that again?
what are you gonna say to her to try and charm her?
well, I didn't win my roll, so I wasn't gonna
But
say anything.
you have to still, you attempted, so you still are saying something.
I don't know what I would say. I guess I'd probably try to say something witty and funny, I suppose, to try to
Right.
bring her back. Bring her attention back in. I guess.
Get her
don't
talking about what's happening up at the observatory,
Yeah.
something like that.
Yeah.
Just trying to get her engaging, basically.
Yeah.
She's really polite and pleasant, and is like, you folks just don't seem like the kind of people I think that who would have been hired by Dr. Strata. I don't know why he hired you. I don't think it's guns out, ask questions later sort of situation that we find ourselves in.
Well, I don't believe we've approached the situation in that manner.
She's looking around and she eventually says, I'm just concerned that we need intelligent agents on this job, and it seems to me, no offense, but you might just be a brute squad.
Huh.
Well, I'm quite frankly, I'm offended by that, and I'd like to see your boss now.
Never heard quite that description
I'm
of
done
us.
eating, so let's go.
She says, if we must, yes, let's go to the observatory.
Yeah. That's just
See, now Shagwell is offended and irritated, so
this bitch is
fucking
rude. Just gonna say bitch
take
is
me to
rude.
your leader now.
Take me to your leader. Good pun. I like that a lot. That's very funny.
Tell me I ain't smart.
You're just brutish.
We're not intelligent.
Thanks, Otto.
Speak for yourselves.
Well, that's
I
what
happen
she
to
said.
be-
She said we got the impression that we were just a British squad. We
She don't
weren't
like us.
very intelligent.
Well, do I get to talk to her? Because I also rolled for charm and failed.
Yes, that'll help. Let's see. Let's see what Otto has to say, because yeah, that could help her hurt the situation. Yeah.
Okay, so hang on.
No
Can
problem.
I tell that she's disgruntled?
After
Like
Shagwell,
before that happened. Could I tell that she was disgruntled before that happened?
you could tell something's wrong. Yeah.
'Cause she separated
She was
herself and went to
visibly-
the counter.
Physically
Yeah.
upset. Okay. So then I know I can come off kind of strong sometimes, and I'm sorry about it, but we really do need your help, ma'am.
I like that. How bad did you fail? What'd you roll?
Terribly. I rolled, so I need a 15%.
Yep.
And I rolled a 56.
That's not bad. You didn't gut it. All right.
15 to 56 sounds pretty good.
Well, it's not a 99.
A
Well,
95 or higher would be a failure, like a
Catastrophic failure.
critical failure. Yeah. So, and neither of you guys got that. She says, "I'm just the way you're talking to people. I'm just off put about it. It's not a problem, and I didn't hire you. It's not my business. But people in this town are nice folk. I don't need a bunch of bullies running around here pushing everyone around in my town. I wouldn't appreciate that. I don't think those kids did either."
I'm not trying to be a bully, ma'am. I'm just a little hard on the outside is all. Same goes for the rest of us. We've seen some shit. We gotta be kind of hard on the outside.
Sounds like you
Yeah.
succeeded.
So
That's the
you're
most charming I've seen all day.
so you're not gonna call anybody stupid anymore and tell them they need to go back to school?
As long as they ain't being dumb.
We'll do our best to hold our tongues where it's relevant, ma'am.
Okay, I can agree to that. I might have misplaced you guys, but yes, let's go talk to the doctor. He hired you. He needs to see you, if you don't mind.
I
And-
insist.
Thank you, ma'am.
Out the door you guys go and into the truck.
Oh, good, he's Otto sitting in the middle again.
I'm sitting my ass in the back. I ain't sitting nowhere near that woman.
I'll sit next to
Shagwell
her.
is very upset about the last encounter that he's had with this lady.
I'll sit in the back with Shagwell.
Oh, great.
All right, keep
me with
an
the
eye
crazy
on your
bitch.
motorcycle on this
Awesome.
uphill adventure you guys are going on. You guys drive about 7-8 miles up the side of a mountain, back and forth up.
Like going up Schweitzer.
Yep, back and forth up this windy road on the dirt, lots of bumps. The motorcycle almost spills once. You're able to keep it. And eventually you stop at the observatory.
I get out.
Sorry.
You get out of the vehicle. Dr. Flower has trouble opening the truck door and eventually gets it open for her
As she
delicious
spills out.
delicious treasures on the outside of the world.
I was still hungry. We had to leave before I finished my steak.
This observatory is constructed of what looks like a giant satellite dish and also a giant, I was going to say monocle, but that's not it. A telescope. Yeah. Or a,
Kind of like a bone.
or a giant sight glass. Yeah, so like a big telescope-y sort of thing. It's not really your guys' forte, and it's fairly new technology. I mean, they had rudimentary ones back in the day, but this is the first electric telescope that you've ever seen.
They got power all the way up to that mountain back in the 20s.
Yeah, and there's no power lines, so you're assuming that they trenched the power all the way in.
Jesus. 20, how the fuck did they do that?
That's what I'm saying.
7, 8 miles. That's a lot of TNT.
Some poor asshole had to do that.
That would have been us.
It wouldn't have been you. You're a detective. So you get there. The doctor says you can leave all of your equipment on the vehicle or take it off. I'm taking the other vehicle back into town. And I will see you in the morning.
Have a good night. Thank you very much.
Where are we staying? Because if we're staying at the observatory, I'd like to see our accommodations, please.
We're staying at the observatory.
I know, but I'd like to see the accommodations, please.
Talk to the lady.
You guys go up to the door and knock then? You knock on the door to the observatory. It is answered by an old German man. He says, "Ah, yes! You must be Mr. Shagwell from Shagwell Industries, yes? Or Incorporated, sorry. Is that correct?
Doss.
Also, is everything okay with everyone here? Did you arrive okay?
Well, we're here, aren't we?
I hope nothing stepped on anyone's toes on the way up here. This could be very uncomfortable for someone.
Should not have worn open toes.
Also, please come in. I don't want to be rude. I have hot cocoa. I have water, mostly water. We could make tea with the water or the hot cocoa. I think that's the extent of it.
I got my whiskey still from the diner.
I think I still have some in the bottle.
I'm fine.
Took that with me, too.
Oh, okay. Very well. Well, come in anyways. Yes.
Where do we sleep?
There's a room. There's a room in here for you. You walk into the observatory. It's a open space on the bottom with a stairway leading up. There's also 2 sectioned off rooms. One of them is like almost like a dormitory sort of situation with bunk beds. There's enough room for 6 people to sleep. And the other room is the obvious repository for your waste, if you know what I mean. The lavatory.
So you're trying to say that we're all going to be sleeping on the bunk beds. Is that where we're going with this scenario?
Yeah. There's foot lockers. There's 2 foot lockers at the foot of each set of bunk beds. There's also wall lockers.
Dr. Flower might need to look at the other accommodations tomorrow.
Why?
She's not really a bunk bed kind of girl.
You're gonna have bottom bunk.
Oh, thanks.
Or top bunk, if that's your fancy.
It
You
would
can
be
have
more
whatever
that I
you
don't
fancy.
need to slumber with the boys.
You can have both bunks.
Yeah. You can have both bunks to
You can have
yourself.
the bottom bunk and hang a sheet.
Yeah, we'll make you your own little private quarters and stuff.
Dr. Strata says, I can't help but notice if you are not completely comfortable with the accommodations, the other doctor has a room upstairs next to my room, but she doesn't use it very often. She likes to stay in town where they have a shower and
This one here would
And-
like to use that one.
I would
different
like to
sort
use
of
her room,
breakfasts.
please.
I think you'll find it more comfortable. What is your name, ma'am?
Dr. Flower.
Dr. Flower. Oh, you are a doctor. What is your specialty, doctor? I am also a doctor.
I am a medical doctor.
Oh, medical, like for the body.
For the body.
So you know all about the human bodies, then. That's very nice.
Depends on the day.
Are you a surgeon or are you a mental health professional? What's your specialty,
I'm
doctor?
a surgeon. I'm a heart surgeon.
Oh, fascinating. So you hold the human heart in your hands in more ways than one, don't you, doctor? That's very nice. I
Dr.
also
Strata's kind of charming.
I also am a doctor.
Really hard up.
I do
Go for the German guy.
I do surgery on the stars. I look at the vastness of this universe and its great glory and all of its wonderful nudity and the colors coming back and the reds and the blues and the whites, and I love it. It's so very fascinating. It's very nice.
You're turning me on, Doctor.
I know. I can see the nudity of this. Wow.
There's nothing more romantic than the naked space above us.
Or beneath us.
Or sometimes below too, yes.
Sometimes below.
There's a whole nother darkness in the skies below I cannot see, and it drives me mad with rage, mad with all of the rage in the universe.
You're getting off the point, Doctor. Let's get to the point here.
Wow.
Oh, I am very quite sorry. That's not why I hired you, was to be romantic about the stars, and you are correct in that.
Put your boner away.
I don't know what this boner is, but if it's enthusiasm,
I like it, personally.
if it's
I'm okay with
Dr.
it.
Flower would like it. The boner, that is.
if a boner means that I'm very enthusiastic, then yes, I have a boner for the sky. And a boner for the earth
That's
as well.
exactly what it means.
Yes, I'm very
Make sure you tell everybody that.
I'm very boned up for the whole thing. It's very nice. I love it.
Well, I buttered up for you, too, so I think this is good. This is a good working deal. I have a private room, by the way. Not sure if Dr. Linda will appreciate that, but, you know.
The observatory has 3 phases. I will tell you this first. Phase 1, we are looking to the skies by sending out radio waves. So radio waves bounce back and they tell us the position and the location of all of the celestial bodies. The beautiful, beautiful celestial bodies. The other thing, when we see them, we can hone our telescope, which is an observing device, so that we can see with our very eyes the bodies themselves. If we concentrate very hard and we stay very still, we can feel the celestial bodies. And then the third part and my favorite part of all of it, there's no light pollution here. So if you go up on top of the observatory, there's a deck there. We call it the observation deck, and you can look with your naked eyes up to the celestial bodies. You can see all of them. The sun, the moon, the stars in all of their glory. Sometimes I even think I can see the Aurora Borealis, or possibly the Australis. I am not sure. Maybe my mind is playing tricks on me. It's very, very beautiful.
So tell us about your cigar-shaped flying object.
Oh, yes, yeah. The reason I hired you is this. It started about 3 weeks ago. There was a craft, and it came, and
kept coming towards the observatory and got to a certain point, maybe half a mile away or a mile away. It's very hard to tell the distances with your naked eye of things in the sky. And then it got scared and it left.
It got scared?
And
Of what?
I don't know. And then more recently, it's become a little more courageous, like a little kitten, and it keeps coming closer to the observatory. Now, it almost has reached out and touched the observatory on its last visit, like it wanted to take the observatory itself. And I fear for my creation. I want it to live a long life. I don't want some little kitten in the sky to come and take it away from me.
Creation?
Yes, the observatory. I have created all of this. I have made it all possible.
Okay.
And I fear for it, Mr. Shagwell, as if it was my own child. I have very intense feelings about this observatory.
We can tell.
I want to keep it safe. And that is why you are here.
Well,
And so
we're investigators. We're not defenders. We'll investigate the problem and see what we can do to take care of it. But
So on the last,
I do see that you have a shotgun on you.
that doesn't make us protectors.
You can shoot with that shotgun. You could shoot it down.
Yeah, that just starts worse.
Excuse me. But, okay.
Interplanetary wars?
Yeah, I got you. I get where you're going.
What,
I mean,
what,
in the 1920s, I don't know how much of a thing that was.
Well, here's my question: what happened on the last visit? You said it got closer. What exactly happened?
some of our equipment, when it got close, was penetrated by some other form of sound waves and disrupted my machines, telling me there was astral bodies in places that there couldn't possibly be, telling me that the stars had moved and changed. This anomaly was only possible when it was close. And when it left, everything was back to normal, except for a couple blown fuses on my incredulator machine.
Incredulator.
Yes, it's the one that creates the waves. I called it an incredulator. I don't know the American translation, possibly radio frequency generating device. It's very incredulous, and that's why I call it the incredulator.
Alrighty then, well.
And so it surged your power, basically.
Ooh, surge. What a very powerful word. Yes, I would say it did that. Yes, it would surge the power. It actually even made the lights dim themselves. Like it was sucking the power or taking the power somewhere and then possibly giving it back.
So like it was using the power.
Does this thing show up every night?
It has shown up 4 times now
In how long?
in the last 2 weeks.
Okay. So about every 3 or 4 days it shows up?
When I called you, it was the night before. It showed up. It got close. And it wreaked havoc on all of my equipment.
4 times in how many days?
In 14 days, ma'am. 2 weeks. Every 3 or 4 days.
And every time it's gotten closer.
It gets closer and closer to the observatory every time, yes.
So we're probably coming up on the being a good night for it to show up.
About what time does it come? Is it consistent?
Just after dark. Yes, it's quite consistent, actually. After the sun sets, but before complete darkness.
And it comes in from the east, doesn't it?
It usually comes from the south. It has spattered away from the east, though. It's, like I said, like a kitten pouncing to attack. It crawls closer and closer, and then before it reaches its little grubby claws out to capture my observatory, it turns like a scared little kitten and runs away.
To the east. You said.
Sometimes to the south, sometimes to the east.
You
that's
said
wait.
it comes from the south.
It always comes from the south.
Okay, and sometimes it runs back to the south, and sometimes it runs to the east.
Yes. You are very intelligent investigators. I understand that you've already developed a pattern of some sort. What does it mean to come or leave to the east? What does it mean?
Well, I don't think we know that quite yet.
Yeah, I don't.
We need to figure out what it is
I haven't.
first. And then we can determine where it's coming from and maybe where it's going.
He says,
We're just gonna have to hang out and wait and see this thing for ourselves and see what happens, and we'll get the Geiger counter out of our stuff. We'll set up some equipment.
He says, has Dr. Watts filled you in on the other strange goings on?
Who's
She
Dr.
wasn't
Watt?
very forthcoming with things on the way here.
Dr. Linda.
She kept to herself mostly.
No, she pretty much didn't like us at all.
He says, very strange. She's usually very personable. She's quite talkative. She loves guests.
It's my fault.
She didn't like us.
What have you done to my doctor?
He hit on her.
No, it is over. It's done with. We're good now. It's all fine.
He thinks she's cute.
He says, I forgot to tell you, there's also another doctor here. His name is Dr. Summers. He is right now on the observation deck.
Dr. Sumners?
Summers.
Summers.
Like,
Like winter, but the opposite.
yeah, and with an S, because, like, multiple summers. Like, he's been around for a while or something. What's in the last name?
Astronomist, that's the word I'm trying to...
Yes, we are all astronomists here. Astronomers.
Astronomers.
Now that you said it that way, now I'm trying to... I just fucked up my spelling. I gotta spell it out. Or sound it out.
A-S-S-T-R-O.
There's not two S's.
Astrometers.
Pasterometer.
Astronometers. I'll throw a couple extra S's, T's. What else?
He tells you, yes, Dr. Summers, on all of the good nights, he likes to stay on the observation deck. He likes to stargaze. That's his thing. He takes notes, and he, when not cloudy or rainy, he stays. And he, what do you Americans call it? He does a little camping, if you will, up on the observation deck. And on the bad days, he goes into town and forgets his woes of the observatory.
Has this thing ever interacted with any of you? Is there anything that you do that
Have
you
you tried to
notice?
communicate with it?
Right.
As I've told you on the phone, it makes some very strange noises, like sort of sounds, some very strange sounds. But other than that, there's no communication.
Does it flash lights at you?
Yes, the lights on this craft are always flashing. Different colors, blues and reds and whites.
Blues, reds, and whites?
So Dr. Summers might have some information that we could use.
Oh, if nothing else, he doesn't have the language barrier that I have. So he could possibly tell you in like a very Englishy sort of language what's going on around, because he's around as well. He knows the Englishy sort of tongue. You know, very slithery English tongues.
Slithery, huh?
Slithery, with like...
With this.
I'm gonna go find Dr. Summers.
Oh, if you go up the stairway, There's another stairway that leads up. There's a door. You have to push it up, and it's like a hatch. And you push
Trapdoor.
and you push the
Right,
hatch.
so the second person in line on that fucking ladder better pay fucking attention. 'cause
Oh,
that door comes
no,
right
don't
back
worry.
down.
There's a stairway.
Yes, it
It's
does.
not a trap. We don't trap anyone. It's not that.
Oh, it's not a trap. It's just that thing comes flying back down because the first person never thinks to not let go. Huh. But
Oh, you're very skeptical, Doctor. I like that.
I
am
start
also
going
a
up the
skeptical
stairs.
man. Okay. You walk up the stairs. Does everybody follow, or are you just going by yourself? Split the party a little
no,
bit?
Dr. Flash going.
Okay. Everybody goes up the stairs.
We're all going.
You walk up there. There's a man in a sleeping bag. He's got a little milk crate tipped over upside down with a lantern on it. The lantern's snuffed out at the moment. There's like crackers and half of a sandwich and a bottle of liquor on this
kicking it
milk
up there by
crate.
itself.
And there's a lawn chair made out of wood with a cloth center. And he's in a sleeping bag laying down. And you guys walk up there. And he goes, oh, geez, you caught me off guard. I didn't know anyone was here. We don't have visitors very often.
We just arrived. We was told that we was hired by Strata.
He says, oh, you're the investigation team then, yeah?
We're the
Dixon.
dicks.
He says, oh, you're the dicks.
We are the dicks.
I've never met a real life dick before.
Now you've met 3.
Wow, 3 dicks in one day. You guys are awesome. I am so happy to meet you
I
guys.
gotta tell you, Doug, nice job on that one.
He,
that was well done because you don't usually throw those in there. You will, but that was well placed. Nice job.
He stands up and he says, I hope you don't mind. I'm in my pajamas. And he's wearing like house pajamas. They have
And in the 1920s, didn't the men wear like
Yeah.
Like pinstripe
Like
pajamas?
dresses?
no, they're like
They were like
Dress-
full on,
yeah,
like
nightgowns.
muumuus.
they're like
nightgowns.
blue cloth muumuu with white sailboats on it is what he's wearing. And slippers. He has slippers on, and he has the little weird conical hat with the tip folded over
with
the
folded
back.
over the nightcap.
You can tell that there's a hot water bottle in the bottom of his sleeping bag to keep him warm while he's going to bed.
Gross.
Keep your feet warm.
Yeah, keeps
So
his
he's
feet warm.
sleeping up there.
Yeah, he stays up there quite regularly. So saith Dr. Strata.
So Dr. Strata said that possibly you might have some additional information for us.
He says, "Well, let's get down to the chase then. What is it that you dicks want? What are you dicks looking for out here?"
That's not really what we're looking for. It's what you told us to come out here and find.
Oh, well, I didn't hire you. Dr. Strata is really worried about his equipment. He doesn't want his equipment to be destroyed. He says sometimes we have to fly in fuses from other parts of the country to repair his equipment. They're not made local, you know.
Okay, well,
So we need
what's
it.
that got to do with us?
We need information about the we do thing that he was talking about. He said you might have seen it. You're up here a bunch.
Oh yeah, the craft. I'm skeptical. I don't know what exactly it is. I know it's not a planet. It's too close. But there's also some other weird stuff going on.
Like what?
He says, well, every once in a while all the dogs in the town start barking. I go down to the Black Hole Diner. Have you heard of it? And we stay there on our days off if it's like cloudy or raining that day. I don't sleep up here when it's bad weather. So I go down into town, and all the dogs in town, they'll start barking at random. Towards the south, the people say that they've seen some stuff. One man, he's a farmer out here. Can't remember his name offhand. I think his name is last name O'Hare. He's a old Irish guy. He said he saw a man with a dog face. I heard him over talking to Nalia at the Black Hole Diner.
Man with the dog face sounds. I'm skeptical.
Okay, so he's saying okay. The farmer said he saw.
O'Hare.
Right. He saw a man with the dog face.
He says, yeah, and making weird noises. And other folks around said that they heard weird noises in the night as well.
What type of weird noises? I mean, were they animal noises? Were they, like, what type of noises?
He says, as far as I understand it, when the farmer was trying to replicate it to the waitress, he's just making like guttural grunting sort of sounds. Like not really like talking, but like some sort of like sort of noises. I don't really buy any of it. I think this light show that Doctor's been seeing, it's an anomaly, and I actually believe that it's probably brought forth by the electromagnetic field being disrupted by his own equipment.
So you've never actually seen this cigar-shaped craft?
He says, "Oh, I've seen something, but I don't know if it's a craft or it looks like." Have you ever seen a heat wave in the desert?
Yeah.
Yeah, it looks like that. It looks like a visual spectrum of sonic sound. Does that make any sort of sense?
Can you say that again?
So it looks like a big blob of blurry.
It looks like a mirage.
A big blob of blurry.
Yeah, it looks like the big blob of blurry, yeah.
But what did you say it had, like the waves of it, you were saying?
It's like a visual representation of sonic sound waves, if you will.
Thank you.
But a mirage is probably more accurate, yeah. He says, but if you want to go chasing ghosts, the farmer lives just past the gas station in town. Maybe you could go see him in the morning.
We may have to do that.
Well, very well.
Is there anything else that you can think of when this craft or mirage shows up? Like, is there, besides the equipment going crazy, is there anything else?
It makes a weird sort of whirling sound.
Whirling. Can you demonstrate?
He goes, well, I don't know, like a
Like an ultrasound?
sort of a
They have
weird,
ultrasounds back then?
like a weird whirling sound. I can't really.
We-do-be-do-do.
That's exactly what it sounds like. I totally understand.
Yeah, yeah.
He says, I was on the observation deck last time I saw the anomaly, and the only other thing I can tell you is I felt really hot and like I was gonna crawl out of my skin. Like something was...
Radiation.
Like something was pushing on me.
Oops.
He says, but dogs don't lie, and they bark. He says, all the dogs in town, they start howling for no reason. He says, you don't have to take it from me. The owner, Nalia, and her husband, Patrick, they own the Black Hole Diner. They have 2 dogs, and they start going crazy, too. A couple of little German Shepherds.
Do you notice the sounds before you notice the craft, or do you just see the craft before the sound?
Oh, you can see the craft for quite a ways as it's approaching, if you want to call it a craft. Again, like I said, I think it's an anomaly.
What's your definition of anomaly?
Well, I think it's a break in the electromagnetic sphere of the planet. I don't think it's a craft at all.
Why would it have patterns if it's an anomaly?
Well, sir, you put up a good point, and that in itself is anomalous. Maybe I should reconsider my observation.
You said it was a break in the what? What did you think it was?
The electromagnetic sphere over the planet. You see, there's a casing to the Earth, and it's like a battery or like a magnet itself. There's a North Pole and a South Pole, both physically and in the magnetic sphere. So electricity covering the whole planet. It's quite interesting.
Does it have anything to do with dimensions? What shit? When was Einstein around? So we have the theory of relativity. Dimensions. Okay.
He says, I'm a man of science. I have no dealings with dimensions or the dimensional shifts, if that's a thing. He says, if I was you, I'd do what I do and go get some rest. Possibly go down in town tomorrow and see if you can't hunt down any leads. Oh, the other thing. There's a group of kids here. They got some sort of monkey. He says,
You ran into them.
He says, ever since we started talking about this anomaly, people have been coming around wanting to see it. And these kids are part of that crowd. He goes, real strange bunch. Kind of like I've never seen. He goes, I'd just steer clear of them if I was you.
Roger that.
Fun fact for the podcast. Einstein developed the theory of relativity in
Fun fact for the podcast.
in 1905. So just the way he said the break in the magnet, that it made me think of like a wormhole.
Right.
Yeah. To make this nice and easy and try and get into the action a little bit, you guys are going to go to sleep. Are you going into town in the morning?
Yes. Let's go talk to the farmer first.
Okay. Let's talk about this. So,
and to rest your brain, he said that it was every 3 days, and the night that he called you
It was 2 nights ago.
Yeah, this would be the second night, so it would be
We still got a whole nother
the
day
night.
and
It would be that night that you would see
tomorrow
it
night
if you
or
saw
the
it.
next night, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
and then yes, we're definitely going into town in the morning.
All right.
We'll go see the farmer.
And
And the lady at the
At the diner.
in the morning,
diner hotel.
Dr. Strata wakes you up, and he wakes you up bright and early at about 6:30, 7 o'clock in the morning. Sun's already peeking through the windows of the observatory. And he says, I'm so glad you are awake, even though he's waking you up. And then he goes, there's coffee. I made quite a breakfast too. There's eggs. I have, there was some bacon pieces. It's Canadian bacon. I don't know if you guys are happy with that. I know you're Americans. There's also shaved potatoes, and it should be quite nice.
Shaved potatoes? Were there hairy potatoes?
Yes, very hairy potatoes, and I've taken all the hair
They
off
must
of
have
them.
been German potatoes.
Yes, or French maybe even. They're so hairy. I don't know, but I've turned them into like little noodles of potato for you.
Excellent.
And then I've cooked them great.
It's odd. That sounds like hash browns.
Yeah, hash browns. That's what you call them. Yes, we've done that. Hash the browns for you, and then some coffee. And
Excellent.
Mr.
Bobby, did you
Mr.
start making that an hour ago? I think we asked him everything last night. And just
Whoops.
Can we have our money now?
What brings you to America?
The pursuit of the stars. I can't.
What, you can't see the stars in Germany?
What was your question?
What brings you to America?
Oh. He says, the pursuit of the stars. There's no funding for people who are of my style of education in Germany. There's observatories, but there's mile wait lists and long, scrupulous tidings to get upon them.
To get the funding?
I have my own inventive ways of doing things, and your great country of America has let me do my thing.
Just let me do
I see.
What brings you here?
Well, so what exactly are you looking for in the stars?
Exactly what I found already. I was looking for life. Obvious life. And it's come to me. But I needed to stop.
Now that you found it, you
Careful
wanted
what
to
you wish
stop.
for.
Now that we found it, I needed to be destroyed.
So you believe that it's life from somewhere else?
See,
Yes, and it's very angry. It wants to kill my observatory, and I can't
think
stand
so.
for that.
we don't know that. I guess we'll find out later tonight if it shows up.
I praise it. It doesn't show up. I love my observatory.
Well, we kind of needed to show up to do the job that you hired us for.
What exactly
Oh, yeah,
did
it's
you
quite.
hire us for?
I want you to find the source of it and kill it. I want you to put a stop to this.
We're not mercenaries.
I was told that you have committed a lot of murders in your. Sorry,
You
no,
were lied
no,
to.
no. I mean, you have done many killings in your pursuit as a detective agency.
We have defended ourselves when we have needed to.
Yes. So just like the novels, you have bang the bad guys, and that's what I want. I want you to. They're bad, and I want you to bang them.
How about we agree to figure out if they're bad or not, and then act accordingly?
Oh yes, just get it to stop. That's what I require. I don't care if it's
Remember,
dead.
Doctor, we're dicks.
Oh yes,
We do things the dick way.
Oh, okay. I didn't take you for common mercenaries, if that's what you were asking. No, I assure you, I wanted your intelligence. I was told that you were one of the best agencies in the area.
As we are.
I'd like some coffee now, Doctor.
And we intend to stay that way.
Yeah, oh, here. I put some milk from the goat into the coffee. Perhaps you'd like that. Yeah, yes, that's what the goat sounds like in Germany as well. It's very strange that you know that. Do you have common goats here? Anyway. If it is coming, it will be coming at night. You won't see anything here, but Dr. Summers has assured me that you would like to go into town. There is a land roving unit that you can take to town for your driving pleasures.
Excellent. How are the tires? I'd hate to get a flat tire.
Oh, don't worry about ever getting a flat tire in these. They're the most adequate in off-road opportunities.
Excellent.
That's funny because I remember that.
You guys are all dicks, after all.
What?
You're
We
all
also can tell
you are
the
all
future.
dicks.
We all can tell the
There's no way that someone as good as yourself would ever get a flat tire. Being such dicks as you are.
We're just so good at our jobs, we just know what's going to happen.
Fucking assholes.
I
All right.
just caught
We
on.
don't need a psychic monkey.
All right.
So you guys are going into town. Are you taking your motorcycle?
And we're going to see the
Yes.
Farmer.
Okay.
farmer.
And you're gonna. Are you following them or leading?
I'll follow.
All right.
That way
Bring a
they.
spare
I
tire.
would think, see, if I was on the motorcycle, I'd be in the front. I'm not trying to follow a man.
With the dirt.
I've been waiting
But you
for
guys,
this.
you guys will hit the rock first.
I've been waiting for this moment for a very, very long time. It's
It's 7 miles down the hill. Roll a drive U.
What?
Drive auto skill, please.
Just auto?
Yeah, and then whoever's driving the off-road vehicle, roll a drive auto skill.
Am I driving or are you driving?
We both have scissors.
Yeah.
Hey,
This
wait.
is a live Rochambeau, and they are getting exactly the same thing every time. That's
She's sitting in his lap and they're both driving.
and I thought the fucking monkey was psychic. turns out it's the fucking
I think
detective
that's the
agency.
first time that I
Told you.
I think that's the first time
I
we've ever
succeeded.
played rock paper scissors.
Right.
Excellent.
So,
So
I'm driving, right?
Otto
He's
knows how to
driving.
ride the motorcycle.
So let's see.
all
Drive
great
auto.
decisions
I
are made.
gotta get under a 40.
Under a 40.
And I have done it
Really?
with a 23.
Wow. Immersive, Dr. Shagwell.
Winner, taking dinner. So yeah, I got a 23. So that would be not a, I guess,
Not a hard,
not
but
quite
a,
hard.
but a normal success. What did you get? A normal success? Extreme success? Hard
Normal
success? Normal? Okay. You guys make it down into town without any sort of incidents, like say like running out of gas or
Flat tire.
flat tires or anything like that. That'd be weird.
Never saw that one coming.
If you head north, you'll be going towards the diner, and if you head south, you'll be heading out of town towards the gas station.
How do we find the farmer?
Didn't he say we gotta go to the gas station and meet the farmer?
Oh, fuck.
He was on the south
Guess
end
so.
of town.
Thought he said he was at the gas station every morning. Did I misunderstand?
I didn't
You never
have
said
that
that.
in my notes, so I didn't know.
Gerald
What adventure is
O'Hare,
that from?
South end of town.
The same adventure
Oh,
What?
that you don't know that's information yet. So you guys head south?
Mm-hmm.
All right.
Evidently.
You guys head south. You see the gas station. You realize that it's probably a good time to fuel up your vehicles, seeing as they're,
So we
know,
might want to go to the gas station anyways.
right.
See if we can get gas and find the farmer.
I got 30 cents.
Oh.
That'll probably get you a couple gallons of gas.
Mm-hmm. But he's got to put it in his motorcycle.
Well, right, but
So we're up for
his
gas.
motorcycle probably only going to hold a couple of gallons of gas.
Who's got the most money in the bank?
Probably you.
You guys
I
pull
have
up
$895 cash.
to the gas station, and as you pull up to the pumps, you run over a little
Ding ding.
rubber tube. Yeah, and it makes the ding ding sound inside the building. Shortly thereafter, an older gentleman who's bearded comes out, and he walks up to the gas pump. He walks up to Otto first on the motorcycle, and he says, "Hello there, what'll it be?"
Just fill it up with some regular.
I only have one gas, and it's regular.
Fill her up.
I got regular. You want
Fill her up and spit shiner.
me to spit shiner?
I don't want you to spit on my bike.
I'm not gonna spit on your bike, sir. I would never. I haven't. No one's ever told me that before. I didn't know what to do.
Check the oil.
I'm gonna check the oil for you, and I'm gonna spit shiner, but with a rag and like probably clean rag.
Alright, that sounds good.
He starts filling your gas tank, and as he does, he reaches down and pulls the oil stick out, looks at it, screws it back in. Your oil's really hot, so it's hard to tell where it's supposed to be. Well, where it's supposed to lie at. Looks like it might be a little low, it might be a little high. It's like right in the middle. But your motorcycle's really hot, so it's hard to tell. But if you'd like If you'd like it, I could wait until it cools down and check it again for you and make sure.
We ain't got that kind of time. We need to find the Farmer O'Hare. You know where he's find Farmer O'Hare?
I'm sorry. Are you talking about Gerald O'Hare, the farmer who lives down the road here?
Yeah.
Okay. Okay, look. He comes in every morning to fill up a gas can for his tractor. He'd probably be here in about 10 minutes.
Well, then I guess we got 5-10 minutes because we got to talk to this Mr. Gerald Farmer O'Hare.
I got a restroom inside. You need to use the restroom, or I also,
Is there a tree?
if you're not partial to the toilet, sir, there is, you could go over to, there's a couple trees out back. I live back there, so don't do any unwholesome business like if you're number twoing. I mean, don't do it on my trees. But if you're number oneing, you can go back there and you can just number one all over anything you want back there.
What if I got a number 2 out of my number 1?
I don't.
You need to see flowers.
I may have
something like that.
I may have something for you.
Are you talking about like having solids where the liquids are supposed to be, or liquids where solids are supposed to be? Because those are two different things, and I don't know if I appreciate one of them wholly because it happens to everybody, but the other way around is not something I ever heard of. And the way you made it sound, sir, is that you were gonna poop out your pee hole. Are we looking at that? If we're looking at that, that's something I'm not. Just all right. Look, I'm just gonna put it really straight for you. Can you just not solid onto my tree?
After all that.
That was good. Yes, sir. I do my best. I'll do my best to leave my solids in the toilet water. But I just gotta. I don't know. But I walk away. I go to a tree.
I think I was embarrassed.
I think you just dumped right there for a second. Not quite sure how to respond.
The gas
How do you
station.
respond to that?
The gas station attendant walks up to the. I'm gonna call it a Jeep for the purposes. Walks up to the Jeep and he says,
Well, sir, ma'am,
sorry. Well, sir, ma'am, what'll it be? You want gas? I'm assuming you're pulled up to the pump. Some people do that and they just want to go inside and get some snacks. But you look like your truck's dusty. Like it might need fuel. It's kind of dirty a little bit.
Yes, sir. Fill her up.
All right, I'll put some gas right in there.
And then do you have a tab for the Dr. Strata? It would be on his tab.
Oh yeah, they come in all the time. Him and that purty looking lady doctor. Yeah, she comes in here. They have a tab. They run their tab once or twice, like every week. They come and pay it pretty regular. I don't have a problem putting anything on their tab. They always pay their tab, but you know,
good thinking. I'm not putting that tab. Nice job.
If you don't think they're gonna pay it, you tell me.
Yeah, they'll pay it.
Oh, okay, yeah,
It's
no
alright.
problem. I'll
They're
put
good
it.
for
I
sure.
mean, that's their vehicle.
I'll
I'm
grab
a.
some snacks. And
You
some
look
drinks,
like
too.
you look
You
like
just
some.
add that to
You
the
look
tab,
real
Got on the
gentlemanly.
tab, too.
I don't think so we just got in. They bagged us up some beef jerkies, and they brought them to our store. It's a trial period for those, but they're in there and they are on sale and they are going like jerky sticks. And they are. You can, if you get some of those, I would get a lot of them. They're good, and I eat them like for breakfast and then lunch. It's like a steak, but it's dried real good. Like if you like put a steak in the sun for like a couple days, it's like that. It's pretty good. And they have it. You didn't ask my name. I noticed. It's on my jumpsuit. My name is Hooper.
That's why nobody asked, because we seen it on the jumpsuit.
Oh, sorry, I didn't. I thought you might ask, because some people come in here and they ask my name. Hey, there's actually the farmer's coming down the road. He's coming in his pickup truck to come get some gas. Look now. Here it comes.
I'm coming back now.
Huh?
I said I'm coming back now.
Oh, okay.
I went pee behind a tree, and now I'm coming
I
back.
was back. Got you.
Truck pulls in, and a man gets out of it and walks to the back of the truck, and he grabs a gas can and he puts it on the ground. And the gas station attendant comes up to him and he says, "Oh, hey there, how you doing, Mr. O'Hare? It's been a long time, Gerald. Haven't seen you since yesterday morning." And the other man says, "Oh, well, hello there. It's very nice to see you today. It's quite the morning. Some of my goats got out last night. A couple of my cows as well. They're running back by the old mine back there. I don't like it much. I gotta get my tractor running and go patch up my fence."
Well, good morning, sir.
"Yeah, I'll get the gas right for you so you can have a hurried time to go patch up your fence." And he pumps his gas. And you say, "Good morning, sir."
Good morning, sir.
Mr. O'Hare walks up and looks at your vehicle and he goes, "Oh," he goes, "you're from the observatory, but you're not the right people from the observatory." He says, "You ain't going around plucking people's vehicles from them, are you?"
Maybe.
"Well, that'd be a problem in my little community. I don't take kindly to strangers taking my things."
Nobody's taking anybody's things.
But we did want to talk to you, actually.
He says, "Oh, prove it. What's the name of the person who owns it?"
Dr. Strata.
He says, "Oh, very good. You passed the test." He says, "Well, you're honorable people in my book then. So what can I do for you today on this fine, fine morning? Keeping in mind, I don't have a lot of time. So if you want to talk at length, maybe we should go do it back at the hole in my fence."
We need to know
Copy
about
that.
that dog-faced man that you saw.
He gets a scared look on his face. And he says, "Where'd you hear about that?" He says, "I don't tell a lot of
Strata.
people about my experience."
Dr. Strata hired us, and he just said that you had some information, so we just need to talk about it.
He looks at the three of you. "Don't know if I want to disclose a lot of information to strangers, especially things that make me sound like I might be a little bit on the loon side."
We don't think that you're crazy. We just need
Pass
to
no
know.
judgment here, so.
Yeah, we just need to know what's going on.
That's exactly what a doctor would say.
"So how do I know I
I'm not a
can?
doctor.
How do I know I can trust you? And who are the lot of you?"
My name's Dick. Dick Shagwell.
Otto.
And my name's Dr. Flower.
We're Dick Sink.
"Oh, you're Dick Synced. I don't know what that means."
We're private detectives.
He says, "So your name is Richard,
Yes.
but you're also a detective."
Yes.
He says, "So you'd say you're
Dick.
you're Dick Dick." He says,
Dick
"All right."
Shagwell.
He's, "You're private,
For you're a private Dick
I am a
Shagwell.
private Dick Shagwell.
so you're not working for the government. You're private. Okay, so you're
You're not public.
You're private Dick
You don't
Dick.
have a
I'm a private.
Okay,
you don't have a public dick.
very well. Do you guys have any skills that would help you in making this guy give you information? Because I don't know if I want to readily just throw out all of the information this guy has.
I have psychology and fast talk.
I've got psychoanalysis, psychology, firearms,
Psychology would be more.
history, intimidate.
I have psychology or fast talk. Those are my only two that would.
I have fast talk.
Psychology would more give you the intent of what he's doing. So if he's trying to withhold information, you'd be
So
able
fast
to
talking
detect
would
it.
be more-
Fast talking
Charming,
would do.
yeah.
Charming would do.
And I want to do under, right?
There's also
yeah.
intimidate and persuade.
Yep. Intimidate, persuade. You could use, I don't think education would be very helpful here. Maybe intelligence.
I wonder if there's some type of history.
God damn it.
That would make sure. Okay, so I guess I'll go.
Oh no, we have to get under, huh?
Yep.
That colossal thing.
You're trying to fast talk him? What are you saying?
I was trying to, just talk to him about actually what he saw and then why. Actually, ask him about his goats and his cows that escaped and his hole in his fence and get him going on that because I have a feeling those two are related.
All right. He says, well, ma'am, I'm no slouch if that's what you're asking. I keep my fence up nice and tight. They broke out last night.
What caused him to break out?
He says, well, there's been disturbances lately. That's all I'll say about the matter.
Did you roll your fast? Oh no.
I rolled my fast talk and succeeded. I needed a 63. I rolled a 53.
And what gets your goat?
Nah, look here, man. We were hired to do a job, and we ain't got a lot of time to be dicking around, so we really need to get this figured out. If you could just give us some information, we'll come up to your farm and then do it at the hole in your fence or whatever you want to do, but we really need this information.
2 nights ago, I heard the noises again. Been
What noises?
nigh a week or so since I saw it. It was a human, I swear it. But black, dark. Wearing some sort of suit. I knew it was clothing because there was brass on it or metals. Like the ones that you get from, when you're in war. But this man, his face, it was elongated. Giant, huge, bulgy eyes. And a snout or elongated mouth, like a dog, or more precisely, like almost like an anteater. And all the while I'm seeing him, he was talking in gibberish.
And what was the sound that you heard before you saw him?
The sounds I was hearing, I've heard many times. Some sort of like guttural, nasty, loud sounding, scary sounds. I don't know if I could say them now, but something along the lines of something very,
Sounds like Latin.
very scary, sort of gross, like guttural sounds.
Like somebody has bad gas.
Like they were snarling or growling at me. And
Right, exactly. Like they got some really bad gas in their stomach pains.
they weren't.
Is that what happens when you get stomach
It
pain?
sounds like somebody's bad.
They weren't. They weren't speaking
Shut up.
proper.
Oh shit.
He declares, I was married for about 10 years, and one thing I never discussed was a
We
woman.
talk about shit way too often.
Was a woman's bathroom sounds.
Oh dear.
Talks like that would ruin a marriage quicker than Patrick getting his snakes out of Ireland.
I think it makes a marriage stronger. I don't know. Freely talk about anything.
Oh boy.
Shit.
I'm convinced. You seem like a jovial lot. You come down, help me fix my fence. I'll tell you the story.
Okay. So we
Excellent.
Yeah, we don't have to ask more questions.
Thank you, Gerald O'Hare.
It's my pleasure,
Gerald. Is that his name? First name? Mm-hmm. Oh.
Detective Richard. and what's your wife's name?
Oh, hell
Detective.
no. Oh, I'm not his wife.
I'm pretty sure that Dick Shagwell is not married.
Yeah, no, he's very single. I'm Dr. Flower.
Oh, very well. Very well. Definitely not his wife. Is a very crazy thing for you to be saying to me. Well,
He's very
I can genuinely say I'm sorry about your luck, Mr. Shagwell.
It's not usually a comment.
Having been refueled, he is going to head back to his farm.
Okay, so we're following him. Mm-hmm. To the hole in the fence.
You guys go to the back of this guy's property behind his house. There is, in fact, a hole in the fence. There is goats in a big open field by a large hillside. Mm-hmm. And there is 2 cows that are also out of the fence.
But they're all just kicking it on the other side of the fence?
By this large hillside. And he asks of you, he says, would one of you please try and round up the goats? They're very friendly. If you get the goats, the cows will follow them.
I'll do it.
Thank God.
Otto volunteers. Awesome.
Dr. Flower's not really a goat wrangler. I can't see that.
And would the other 2 of you please help me fasten my fence after the goats get back inside?
Of course.
I'm strong enough to help you stretch it.
Excellent. Otto, do you have any skills that will help you with this? And if not, I believe it would fall on dexterity.
Dexterity.
There's no hurting on
You got to get behind him and, run him amok.
Well,
use your brawling.
Or intimidate. Or persuade.
Or you could divisively get them to you if you are intelligent enough to do so.
Divisively?
Yeah, like say, the thing I thought of was like, try and feed them something.
Oh, right. So, coax
them, yeah.
Okay.
So psychology.
Yeah.
Psychology might work.
It's psychology of the game.
Be the goat.
Reverse
Be a
psychology.
goat.
Give them food. What do they want? Food.
Well, if it's reverse psychology, do you got to get over it? Just kidding.
So what do you want me to roll?
I don't.
So the options are, you said dexterity. Intelligence might be one of the options.
Yeah.
There's also intimidate, persuade, her idea of fighting brawl.
Yeah, or you could come up with a rational thing to do.
My first thought was to go behind them and...
So you're going to try and talk to them
You're gonna
into
blend in.
you're going to try and talk them into going back.
Stealth. That would be stealth.
Blend in with the goats. Be one with the goats.
And as I'm doing this, I will grab I'll grab a piece of paper out of my notepad and try and offer that to them because they eat everything.
Right?
Fair.
Right? Just leave it around for them.
Yeah.
They like
do eat everything.
Or maybe Otto should sound like a baby goat.
I will give it to you if you can natural world.
I was thinking that too.
But I already natural worlded once.
If you want to talk to them like goats, it's going to be natural world. I really assumed that Otto's style would just be go up and punch a goat out and then
Right.
take it back in the fence.
Pick the goat up by its
But
legs.
if you
whirl
wanna-
it around.
How many goats are there?
3.
Oh, there's 3 goats?
3 goats,
okay,
2
well,
cows.
Are they
changes
little goats
things.
or are they big goats?
Little goats.
They're little, but they're adult goats. So yeah, they're little tiny adult goats. They have horns and the weird eyes. Creepy
The ones
ass.
that are way
Yes,
The
because
creepy ass,
they
like
are a
elongated
hooven creature.
pupils.
Right.
A hooven creature. Something I just learned is that most hooved creatures have the eyes like that. Horses, antelope, deer, goats,
on the
sheep,
side.
Reptile.
and with the
They can
sideways
rotate,
pupils.
yeah.
They have the 360 vision, and it's because they're hooved creatures and they are prey.
Oh,
They're
so they
prey
can
animals,
see.
yeah.
I just
Trying to
learned
see
that.
shit
Like,
coming.
anything with hooves has eyes just like that.
Interesting.
And we are predators, so our eyes are
In the front.
focused. Yeah.
There's
So
another
we're-
fun
Makes sense
fact.
because it.
Fun fact
It
for the
has to go to
podcast:
the
Are you
side,
talking like a goat?
Well, now that I know there's only 3, I thought it was a herd of goats.
No,
so
there's
I
3
was,
of them.
Okay.
I'm
So
trying
can
to
I
look for other
tell?
things.
Can I tell which one is the boss goat?
That would be the Billy goat. He'd have to be
Interesting.
Billy goat.
Billy's the one.
His name's Billy.
I'll give you
ask him.
psychology.
Ask him
If you
To
wanna-
find out which one's the
if
boss
you
goat?
wanna use-
Okay.
If you want to
Yes.
use psychology
Yeah,
to
use
figure out
goat
which one's the
psychology to
alpha,
figure out who the
Yes,
boss man is.
I will
the
use.
alpha goat.
And I succeeded with a 21, so,
So-
that's actually a hard success.
All right. You easily determine which goat's the alpha male goat.
Okay. Now I walk up to the alpha male goat and I grab him by a horn
Okay.
and start walking toward the.
Roll fighting brawl.
Oh, good. My suggestion was right. That was my first intuition was to brawl with the goat. I don't know why.
And I succeeded with a 34.
All right. After feigning a couple headbutts at you, it succumbs to the strength at which you're holding its head, and it just lets you take it right back into the fence.
Do the others follow?
Yes.
And do
And
the cows follow?
Behind the goats, the cows follow back into the fence. And
Good job, Otto.
the Irishman,
Well done.
in Irish tone, all right, now put the fence back together so we can frickin' be done with this. And pushes the fence back together
What do you think broke through the fence?
and starts tying it. He says, okay, I told you I'd tell you my story, so here it is. Here's what happened. About a week ago, started hearing noises from the south there, and he points towards the hill. He says, back in that hill there's a mine. It's an old uranium mine. He says, the voices seem to come from there.
What?
He says, what broke the fence was the cows. But they're spooked. And not a lot spooks my cows.
Which direction is the mine?
South.
It is just south here up those hills. And he points to the hillside. Just past the little pasture is a large dirt sand hill. And it stretches east to west for miles.
So something, or was it the voices that you think spooked your goats?
When the dog-faced man got close to the fence, it spooked all of my cattle and my goats. I wouldn't be surprised if it was the same thing again.
The mine?
From the south, yes. I can assure you that it came from the mine.
Where? What?
By the way, are you with Keith and those other investigators?
No. And their psychic monkey?
Keith and his lady friend said that they were headed towards the mine themselves.
Well, they're probably going to end up dead.
That was my feeling on the whole thing. If you go quick, you could probably save them.
Yeah, we might just end up dead too then.
Well, if you go quick, you might end up dead. Or saving them.
Yeah, I guess it could be 50-50, yeah. Like,
What were the voices saying?
Well, they weren't speaking English. They weren't talking in a language I could understand. It's guttural sounds. They sounded mad, angry.
Like those that came from the dog-faced man.
Like those that came from the dog-faced man, yes. The one and the same. All of the voices or sounds are very similar.
okay.
Do they seem to be speaking another language, though?
Or just chanting? Maybe singing?
I couldn't tell. It sounds angry. Whatever it is, it sounds mad. It reminds me of the willows that we had back in Ireland, and I didn't like those or the stories of them. Not obliged to be sticking around when there's voices in the deep, in the dark.
Is this the only time that you've seen the dog-faced man and he scared the goats and the cows through the fence? Is this the only time?
To be
you've
quite
seen
honest with you, Mom, he scared the bejesus out of me too. I let off a couple with my rifle.
it? Did it scare it?
As far as I could tell, it made it escape, but it's still angry and still aggressive, whatever it was.
Shit, I had a
How long's the uranium mine been closed?
Well, it's been closed for, well, probably since the war. Shut this town down, made it ghost town nearly.
What year are we in?
1920s. So, but that's like right at the end of the war.
Yeah, I was gonna say.
Yeah, the 20s is
Hasn't
like...
been over that long.
No, the wars went through like 1920s.
1920s.
I thought it was up into the 20s.
Well, I don't know when it ended. I thought it started like...
He says, "Are you all daft? The war's been over for 10 years. Good some. 12 on the Americans' account."
No need to be snotty.
I was there, I'd know.
Good for you. I want a medal?
Metal.
Congratulations.
Alright, have them. They're sitting on my mantle.
Good.
Have you seen the lights up near the observatory?
No, I've heard of them. I was at the diner the other day. There was some shit little American talking about them. They're very happy about it. Kept saying the same words over and over. Calamity or patolity or something stupid. Oh, anomalies.
Oh, anomalies. Okay.
Yeah. He doesn't know what the fuck he's talking about.
Do the kids, did you talk to them? Do they know your story?
I think I told them enough to send them off to their deaths.
Okay.
I don't take kindly
Do
to
they have
city
their-
folk.
Did they have their monkey with them by any chance?
Oh yeah, they fucking talked a great deal about this damn monkey. Supposedly the monkey knows things about the fast and the future and can tell people things about themselves that they don't know or want to know. I think it's all.
I think you're right, because the monkey said that those kids didn't know shit.
I think it's all a bowl of hogwash, if you will. It's quite a plate of haggis.
Rubbish and
Pretty sure all
poppycock.
the- Pretty sure all those reasons don't
I like that. I'm gonna use that from now on. Rubbish,
Rubbish.
poppycock. I like those.
Rubbish and poppycock.
Puppycock, what?
I don't even know what poppycock is, but it sounds pretty dirty.
Isn't it a plant? I think it's a plant.
I don't know.
With all due respect, you helped me fix my fence, and I told you my story.
We'll kindly be on our way. If there's no more questions from the other dicks.
I got nothing.
Sounds like we're headed to the mine.
Seems to me all your dicks came with nothing, and you're gonna leave with nothing.
We're gonna leave with a dick.
Your information.
You have free reign to use my property as a easement, as long as you're trying to do the right works. Get rid of that damn dog-faced man.
We'll do our best.
He bids you adieu. Tips his bowler hat.
What?
His bowler hat?
Bowler hat?
Bowler, yeah.
What is a bowler hat?
It's just like a round top.
Oh, they're rounded on the top and kind of...
The one they give you for St.
Oblong.
Patrick's Day?
Yeah, they're kind of
Yeah.
Basically, yeah.
Like a rounded fedora.
Fedora, basically.
A
Kinda,
rounded
yeah, an
fedora,
Irish
yeah.
version of a fedora, yes.
Yeah, I know what that is. It's called a bowler hat.
So now what are you guys gonna do? We've gotten information.
I'm in for going to the mine. That sounds like fun.
We're gonna go find those kids.
Yeah, they're probably
Dead.
They're
Maybe.
probably dead.
But maybe, just maybe, the monkey's alive. And we can take him.
and we can find out what happened.
Hey,
No, you can find out the future
Our
and the
other
past.
pet-
We just have to connect with it.
our other pet is half monkey, remember? Isn't he? He's a spider monkey. He's
That's
like a
right.
dog monkey.
But you also gave that to Tufu.
Okay, but still, we're versed with having a monkey child. We can just take the monkey.
Okay.
Get rid of
You're just looking to adopt a monkey.
I
aren't
want
you?
a monkey.
Dr. Flower's making it weird. Alright, it's gonna be fun.
I like monkeys.
I like the monkeys. Also, you guys are going to the mine?
Going to the mine.
Alright, so he pointed east of his property and south of where you guys are. So, southeast to the mine. Also, Shagwell, roll an intelligence.
Dr. Flower has had shit to roll for this entire game.
I have to get under.
Your intelligence.
I did not do that.
Alright. Dr. Flower, roll your intelligence.
Whatever. Oh, it's up at the top, isn't it?
Yeah.
Okay.
Bottom row.
Okay. I had a 97 and oh no, I gotta get below it, right?
Correct.
Oh, that's a devastating fail.
Awesome. Otto, roll your intelligence.
The only like two things I rolled for. Catastrophic fails.
I succeeded greatly. I needed a 74 and I rolled a 22.
Wow. You have a hard success, right? You're hard.
I'm so hard.
Well,
A little weird, Otto.
that's going a little far. I didn't need to know that.
The rest of the dicks didn't need to know you were hard.
Okay. I just wanted somebody to note that,
What?
just in case they didn't.
The mine? I thought that was already discussed at some point, but okay.
Yeah, well,
Going to the mine?
there's things.
All right.
Are you sharing notes over there?
Yes.
Jam does what he wants.
That's not kosher.
It's completely appropriate. You guys failed. Otto succeeded.
Yeah.
Whatever.
We're not privy.
I can't tell Otto what to do with that information, but I can give him that information.
Oh, right. It is uranium. Is the uranium mine?
Yeah, we knew it was right here.
Yeah, I thought it was already discussed, but
It was.
apparently the GM doesn't pay no attention because the GM eats poop.
O'Hare told us it was the uranium mine.
Okay.
That's been closed for 10 years.
Oh, 10 years? Oh, yeah, no, that's when the war was
Or
over.
ended. Mm-hmm. He knows because he was there.
That's right.
All right. You drive.
So is that the little privy of information Otto got was...
Yes. You drive past his property and into the foothills, and it's very obvious where this mine is. There is a town car parked outside of this mine.
Town car.
Like a...
It's a white, I'm going to say Buick. I don't know if Buick existed back then, but I think they did. I'm going to say it's a white Buick town car.
Huh. Not my Buick town car, is it?
No. You have a Buick town car?
I have a Buick Model D45 town car.
Okay, well then they do exist for sure. Because I wouldn't have let you have it if it didn't exist. So I'm awesome. But no, it's not your car.
That's how we knew what it was.
But yeah, it's an old Buick sitting outside of this mine.
So it must be the kids.
There's also a bunch of old equipment sitting outside this mine, like dilapidated excavating equipment. Yeah,
Like the buckets
Like
and
a-
shit and like
like
that.
buckets and a drill, and there's rails going into the mine, like train rails, and they're like not mine car rails, like little tiny train tracks. They're like legit full size train tracks going into
There's
this
a lot of
mine.
mining happening.
Yeah.
It's a big mine.
And you pull up next to this town car and you stop your motorcycle. And are you getting off your bike and you getting out of your truck? Okay.
Yeah, we're getting out of the truck.
All right. Is there anything you guys want to do at this point?
Oh,
I'm
something
gonna
just
make sure that I
clicked.
got. I'm gonna make sure I got my shotgun out and loaded with extra ammo and my pistols.
More information's better than less information.
I would like to do spot hidden, please.
Okay.
65.
You're getting your equipment.
I'm getting equipment out. Yes.
All right.
I succeeded.
And
Just protection equipment.
that's a shotgun and a pistol.
And
All
make
right.
sure you get the Geiger
And
counter.
ammo and the Geiger counter. Yeah, we need to make sure there's.
That's what I was.
And then all of our other modern instruments for the 1920s.
Dr. Flower has the Geiger counter in her equipment.
I think we all do.
I think we all do.
No, because
No.
the Geiger counter back then would have been about the size of a car battery.
Oh shit.
Yeah,
Okay.
it's a big device, yes. So are you
Does
turning
yours say
on
that in your
are you
notes?
turning on the Geiger counter?
Yeah.
All right. There is a low, slow, steady click when you turn it on.
So
There's radiation in the
well, it's
area.
a uranium fucking
Yeah.
mine, so
Yeah.
of course there is. So
Yep.
it probably is not going to do us any good. I mean, obviously, if the levels are too high, then we can get the fuck out of it.
I was gonna say that the doctor is smart enough to use a Geiger counter, knowing that the faster that the Geiger counter is going off, the more alpha radiation is hitting the diaphragm on the Geiger counter, and if there is a ton of it, and the thing starts just going,
Let's get the fuck out.
then it's a lot. Yeah,
Um,
and you don't want
So
to be in that for a long period.
what do
of
I
time.
get for my spot hidden? Saying I could
Did you
success.
succeed?
Yes, I did.
Oh, awesome. All right. You see several tracks leading out of the mine on the left-hand side, and they are what looks like military boot prints. And two
leading
sets
outside?
leading out. Yeah.
Leading
and then
out on the left side.
yep. On the right side excuse me, on the right side of the mine shaft, there are several prints that look like military boot prints leading into the mine. And down the middle on the train tracks are 3 sets of tennis shoes and 1 set of barefoot tracks. And the barefoot tracks are really small.
Big.
And, no, they're smaller, but they look like hands.
It's a monkey.
So it's not barefoot.
They didn't have
Monkey
tennis shoes
foot.
back then.
It's monkey foot, dude.
They didn't have monkey.
not
They didn't
barefoot.
have tennis shoes back then.
They're like flat bottom. They're like flat bottom shoes, not
Okay.
yeah, not
Got it.
boots, not hiking equipment.
Tennis shoe and monkey.
There's street people clothes, but yeah, I call them tennis shoes, I guess. We're going with tennis shoes, damn it.
And
They're tenny runners.
you said 3 sets of military boots going in and out?
No, several sets.
Or just several? Okay.
Like too many to distinguish the difference between a lot of them because they're making paths.
Could be 2 people going in and out 100 times.
Yep.
Could be 100 people going in once.
Yep, exactly.
Okay.
But the set of prints going in on the train tracks is definitely not the same, and it's the city folk. It's that stupid investigation team. It's quite obvious to Dr. Flower, and when she points it out to you, it's quite obvious to you guys as well. And the sand otherwise has been undisturbed for probably 10 years. Now's a good time to ask a lot of questions. I will give you this. The mine shaft itself is dirt on the entrance, rock on the inside, and there are several steel braces holding it up. So it looks like it was really well made.
Okay. Mine is dirt on the
Well-
dirt on the. Okay, say it again.
So it's like a dirt hill,
Okay.
and then when it bored in as a mine, it turned into stone.
Okay.
And there are braces holding the entrance up, made out of steel or iron, and as it goes further in, there's many braces that look well made holding this thing up. So it was a big operation and well made. So you're not worried about
Right.
talking when you walk
You're
in
not
there.
worried about it collapsing on you.
Right.
Okay.
You said it was full-size rail tracks.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm assuming the cave mine is at least the size of a freight train. A steam engine
Yep.
of some kind.
Yes, sir. Slightly larger and slightly wider, but yeah.
Right.
A train could easily roll through there, yeah.
So it's a good size.
It's a big mine, yeah. Some of the old equipment on the side that's all rusting and stuff is like train car equipment. So, like sitting on metal wheels like it should go on the tracks.
Is it just the 3 of us?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Is nobody else around, seemingly?
No one else is seemingly around at all.
I want to roll listen.
Alright. Excellent.
Which I succeeded extremely with a 2.
Wow. Nice job. She's on the room tonight.
You wait for a break in the conversation and the discussion about the footprints, and you listen to the mine shaft, and
Can I roll a track
yeah,
to follow the footprints?
yeah. As you get close to the mine shaft and you catch a spot of silence, Otto, you hear deep in this mine shaft what sounds like guttural, angry noises. Like, sort of sounds.
The ones that O'Hare described.
They just
Yeah.
sound evil.
Yeah,
Is what they sound.
it sounds evil, yeah. Sounds scary and evil.
From deep within the mind.
So
Okay.
now I'll roll for track and chase that sound, right?
Yeah, that's what you want. If you want to follow the sound, that's going to be different than following tracks.
Yeah.
But yeah.
Well, to come with these things that was.
Well, you could track the footprints in.
So as of right now, there is only one entrance. So tracking would be obligatorily done for you.
Just walk into the entrance.
But as you go in, it's
We only know of one entrance.
It is a mine, so there's very possibly multiple entrances. So is your intent in following the sound or in the footprints?
I guess the footprints. For
Okay,
now, 'cause
so
we gotta find them kids.
So my first question to you is, does anybody have a light?
I'm pretty sure it's in our gear.
I don't have a light.
Yeah, I don't have any. I mean, I've got
No one's got a lantern or a
camping
light.
gear. I mean, it's kind of.
All right, then.
Camping gear would be a lantern, I would think.
I mean, I would think.
Okay, we're gonna do a luck roll here. Give me one of you. Okay, so we'll do it two ways. Either the person with the best luck can roll a luck, or all three of you can roll a luck, and you need a hard success.
I have 80 on my luck, so.
Damn.
And we have to get over.
Under.
Under.
I have a 69.
Mine's
69. 60 is
I
not
like.
as good.
So I would say you roll.
You roll?
Yeah.
So roll luck roll.
99. Fuck my life. I am so not rolling stuff tonight, evidently.
Since your skill is over 50, then 100 is a failure. If it was under 50, it would be 95 to 100. But you rolled a 99. You can spend 9 luck, or you can push the roll.
I'm gonna push the roll.
Okay.
Take chances.
Or you
Even
can
though
just
I'm having
forget
A
it.
miserable night of luck.
Well, what's the chances you roll over 90 twice,
Oh,
though?
I got a 12.
So an extreme success.
Yes.
You go to the back of this truck and look around, and behind the seat of the truck, you find a road flare.
Okay.
And in the back of the truck, you find a flashlight. And the flashlight is harnessed to the flatbed trailer as something they would use for utility to see what's going on. But you can easily unstrap it and carry it with you. So you now have a battery-operated flashlight, or a torch as the British would call it, and a road flare. So
Maybe you should double check for some batteries.
Good thinking, Lincoln. Did they really have batteries back then, or don't we have
Not
Absolutely.
oil in the
Not
flashlight? No.
Duracells, but
no, but they did. They
did?
absolutely did.
Okay.
So a flashlight would be this big ass square
Right.
box,
Like a box, yeah.
with a handle on it and a lever to click on your light. Yeah. And the bulb would be this giant.
I'm
ass
assuming
weird.
since I'm so lucky right now that I would have a battery.
Yeah.
That-
Checking the flashlight, it looks extremely well charged. Like it's ready to go.
like it'll last.
Yeah, you can see the beam in the daylight.
Okay.
Oh, that's
So
right.
yeah, so it's a big bright flashlight.
You're a big bright flashlight.
I love you too, Otto.
You're the sheriff for stealing shit.
You're a big bright flashlight.
Okay.
Romantic.
So we're gonna take the flare and the flashlight and start heading into the mine. Is that where we're going?
The flare says on the side of it, 2-hour emergency flare.
So I don't think we should light the flare yet.
No.
We'll just take it with us. For
We're
sure.
just taking it with us.
Okay.
Let's make sure that somebody's got a light. That's all I'm saying.
All right. Who's taking the flashlight and who's taking the flare?
I'll take the flashlight.
Okay. Are you also taking the flare, or are you giving the flare to somebody?
Nah,
You can,
Okay.
my inventory's full.
as long as
My
as long as
inventory
he's
is
got
full.
a
Oh my
match or
gosh.
something for it. we're
Said
good.
no one in real life ever. That's really
Well,
funny.
flares, you don't need to light.
Oh,
flares,
that's
though.
right. You just
Pop the top.
them.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah, sulfur, man. It's an amazing thing. Does anybody know if uranium is flammable?
No, but we can either go
doctor,
with
you
luck
would
or
know this
intelligence.
stuff.
I don't know if uranium is fucking flammable or not.
I do. I was just throwing that out there to
Do
be
you?
a dick. Yeah,
You know?
I do know. Yeah.
Is it?
No, it's not. It's a heavy metal. It's not flammable.
I didn't think so.
So
At least
off
not in
into
the state that it would be being mined.
Yeah. Of course, I wonder. Just the gases that when you're mining from all the
Yeah.
TNT and whatever blasting shit that they use.
Who,
Well,
yeah.
that-
Combine
who
that
knows,
with
right?
it.
Just your raw ore anyway.
Right,
Yeah.
right. The fumes and shit coming off of that could easily be flammable.
Yeah, coal mines are scary.
Right. There you go.
Coal dust.
That would blow the fuck up.
Yeah, it could. So
But we're going into the premonition, it's not.
into the flames you guys go then, yeah?
Okay.
I mean into the mine.
Into
I
the
meant
mine.
into the mine.
Burn it all down.
Burn it down.
Very good. You have survived my world of horrors this time.
I did what you said. I lit the candles. I waited. And I heard it.
Yes. But do you have what it takes to answer the next call?
Just tell me what to do.
Tune in next time to Nightmare Scapes. See you there, investigator.